Hello, everyone. This is Daniel Badillo with your weekly podcast. The title of the weekly podcast is SMED Your Life. The acronym SMED stands for Single Minute Exchange of Dies. This is a lean process designed to dramatically reduce the time that it takes to complete equipment or process changeovers. To implement a SMED process, you have to evaluate the machine flow, process flow, information flow, equipment flow, personnel flow, and material flow. A key element on any time reduction activity is to establish a baseline on how long it's going to take to conduct a changeover. To do so, you must use time observation sheets. There are different kinds of changeovers such as equipment changeovers, service changeovers, process changeovers, tooling changeovers, and personnel changeovers. This activity requires time observation charts to properly record how long it's going to take to shut down the machine and how long it's going to take to receive information such as the bill of material, work instructions, setup procedures, production kits, setup drawings, operational setup sheets, and pertinent manufacturing information. A successful SMED program will have the following benefits, and I just want to enumerate 3 of them. The first one is less equipment downtime. And if you have less equipment downtime, it yields higher OEE or operating equipment effectiveness. The second is that faster changeovers enable production flexibility and an increase in product or service changes. This is great when you want to reduce planning constraints. Third, but not least, and personally speaking, an effective SMED program standardizes changeovers, which means smoother transitions. And who in production does not like smoother transitions? However, today I want to ask you, if you had to make a change in your strategies, if you had to make a change in your business or in your life, how long would that take? You see, we all need to change things, situations, and strategies that really do not benefit our lifestyle. But in order to change these situations, we must analyze the cost of this change. Some changes do not take time to implement. However, other changes can take up to a lifetime. So let me provide you with 3 reasons why you need to consider a changeover in your life, and then I will describe 3 counsels or advice in which you can improve your life's strategies. First of all, the lifestyle or manner in which you operate may take too much time. There are occasions where you seem to be part of everybody else's agenda. You work on your friends' projects, you work on your committee's projects, you work on your church's projects, or maybe the non-profit organization projects. And you fail to work on your own action items or the items in your agenda. You must determine how much time are you spending on other people's projects versus the time you are spending on working on your own projects or your own agenda. The second reason why you need to consider a changeover in your life is because you're missing out on newfound opportunities. If you are working on everybody else's task list, then you will miss out on occasions where you can explore new ventures and new business or ministry opportunities. You must determine the percent of time that you're working on other people's businesses versus the time that you're working on your business. You see, you may be too preoccupied with other activities that are working outside of your scope and outside of your lifestyle. The third reason why you need to examine a changeover is because of loss of capital and loss of important assets. You need to determine precisely how much money you are directly or indirectly placing into other people's projects or plans which are not yielding a return on investment in your life. The money you are putting into someone else's hands is money you are lacking for your projects. Consider how much additional capital you can invest if you reduce and/or eliminate unnecessary contributions. Now, let's look back on the definition of SMED, or single minute exchange of dies. A SMED is designed once again to dramatically reduce the time that it takes to complete equipment or process changeovers. So let me provide you with 3 approaches that can assist you in making the needed changes in your life, your business, and your strategies. First of all, if you needed more time to complete the action items of your business or personal agenda, what do you need to change in your life? The first bullet point is consider if you can cancel personal obligations with people. Let me say that again because this is very important for you to analyze and consider. Consider if you can cancel personal obligations with people. By this I mean that there are no legal contracts binding you to spend your time in activities that do not benefit your personal outcomes. If your friends and business partners care for you, they will understand your perspective and your concern. The second bullet point is consider evaluating your personal daily, weekly, and monthly agenda. It may be necessary to juggle a few things around in order to allow you time to work on your life's objectives. Sometimes you need to really wake up early and go to bed late in order to cross out those items from your list. In order to do so, you must free up time. The second advice I want to give you is now that you have these time adjustments made in your life, you have time for newfound opportunities. However, do not jump into projects that do not enhance your skills, that do not benefit your life, or do not provide a sound return on investment. The first bullet point that I want to mention is that the newfound opportunities, they must align with your objectives. So consider partnering with organizations and people that are working on the same things you wish to accomplish. The second bullet point that I want to mention is make sure these new opportunities do not consume all your time and energy. Remember to balance your agenda so that you can have time with your family, friends, and significant others. The third bullet point that I want to mention on this advice number 2 is to ensure that these business opportunities align with your business ethics, your quality of life, your standards and belief criteria. If they do not, then you need to reconsider canceling these joint ventures or partnerships so that your valuable time is not jeopardized by personal frustration and uphill battles. The third advice that I want to give you is to consider your strategies in a manner in which is positive holistically. This means to establish a disciplined budget as to how much you can contribute to projects that are not your own, and wisely invest in projects that can propel you to higher operational excellence. There are occasions when you look at your budget constraints and you're trying to find out what are these bottlenecks. You realize that you're spending a lot of money or investing a lot of money on projects that are not your own. You have too much capital entangled in other foreign projects that are outside your scope of operational excellence. So you have to be very disciplined and very wise to invest in projects that are your own. If your contribution is not making a difference or an impact on other projects, you must consider allocating your capital investment into more conservative plans that can yield some sort of profit. In summary, when you look into the dollar amount or the time that you're investing in other projects, and you see that your monetary contribution or your time is not being impactful to those projects, then you have to really constrain yourself and limit yourself in your contribution going forward. And take that capital and consider investing conservatively and into your own projects and your own agendas. So once again, if you want to SMED your life, if you want to SMED your projects, consider how much time it will take to make these much needed changeovers in your life. This has to do with the way you operate. This has to do with your agenda. This also has to do with the amount of money that you're allocating or investing in other people's projects. This means consolidating your contributions and also rectifying any mistakes that can hinder your progress and hinder operational excellence. So I hope this counsel has been very beneficial to you. Remember, SMED your life so that you can have greater opportunities in the future and yield a higher return on investment mentally, in your health, in your plans, in your projects, and in all you do. Have a great week ahead. We believe in you, and always keep moving forward.